Shalom, family. All right, I'm gonna do a lesson on one of the plagues that's about to happen right now. Now, a lot of people think I'm nuts, so let's get it. First, I want to start off by saying all praises to the Most High. And these times, we all gotta get it together, man. We all gotta start coming back to the laws and the commandments and come out of Babylon. This world we're in is very wicked. It's unbelievable, the wickedness of the world right now. It's to the point that we can't even comprehend how wicked it actually is. There's principalities that we just, as humans, we can't quite understand it. But the world is very wicked, and the Most High is about to punish the heathen right now, and He's punishing Israel too. A lot of our people are getting killed. I'm sitting there watching it happen. People just dying left and right. And I pray to the Most High that I'm not one of them. So once again, all praise to the Most High Yahuwah for giving me the strength to endure. Hopefully until the end. Right now I'm enduring, but I pray that I can endure until the end. Alright, so right now what I'm going to get into is I'm going to get into a few different books. I'm going to get into a book called The Apocalypse of Abraham. And then I'm going to get into a book, I'm going to get into Second Esdras. Second Esdras is in the Apocrypha. And I'm going to get into a book out of the Pseudepigrapha, called the Apocalypse of Abraham. This book has like 40. No, I'll take that back. Not 40. Maybe like 20 books in it. 20 books. And then I'm gonna get into this book right here. It's called The New World Order. It's by Ralph Epperson. So this is an amazing book. This book is not scriptural, this is not part of the scriptures, but the scriptures line up, or this book lines up with the scriptures, because everything that they're telling you that they're about to do, the scriptures already said it already. So, once again, I'm not trying to use this book as any scriptural evidence. I'm using it as secular knowledge that the heathen have put out there, that what they're going to do, and then the Most High says what he says what they're going to do. So they're actually saying what the Most High said they're going to do in their actual book. All right. So without further ado, let's get into it. First, we're going to start off with the Apocalypse of Abraham. Okay. Now, that's the wrong book. Okay, we're going to go to Apocalypse of Abraham. Now, this is the last chapter. This is this is the second to last chapter. This is chapter 30. Alright? So this is Abraham. He's asking one of the angels, he's asking, what signs are to come? What signs should I look for? Okay? And this is what they said to him. And he said to me, what is desired in thy heart, I will tell thee, because thou hast sought to see the 10 plagues which I have prepared for the heathen, and I have prepared beforehand at the passing over the 12th hour of the earth. Hear what I divulge to thee. So shall it come to pass. The first is pain of great distress. And that means they're going to be terrified and scared. That's already happened right now. If you notice, the heathens, and not just the heathens, us too, the heathens, they don't know why they're scared. So because of that, they just start killing us. They don't know why they're scared, but they're scared. They're like, we don't know why, but we want to have a civil war. They don't know why, but they want to fight and kill. Whenever they get scared, they get their guns and they start shooting and killing people. And right now, they're doing it. Okay? So that's the first. Pain of great distress. The second is conflagration of many cities. That means inferno of many cities. Now, I can Google this for you right quick. Easy. Now, we're going to go to, let's see, inferno of cities. Let's type it in. Inferno of cities. And what will come up is mainly paradise, but it's not just paradise, California. It's happening in Italy. It's happening in Russia. It's happening in Europe. It's happening in Australia. There are fires that are burning out of control. And as of right now, the date is what? April 7th? April the 7th, 2019. We haven't even gotten to fire season yet again. So watch when fire season happens again. It's going to be freaking ridiculous. Alright, so, and once again, these, in my opinion, these fires were man-made. But see, the Most High uses the heathens against themselves. He uses them against themselves. So yeah, they did use that technology with that laser to burn all this stuff up. But He put that spirit in them to do that. Alright, so I do believe that these fires were caused by the heathens. But the Most High is the one who let it just start burning stuff up ridiculously. Alright. Now, the third, destruction and pestilence of animals. Okay, now watch this. After the infernal cities, let's type in animal plagues. Animal plagues. Let's see this here. Now, actually, let's see animal plagues. Animal deaths. Animal deaths in America. Let's see. And this is not just America. It's pretty much everything that's happening in America is happening all throughout the war. All throughout the war. Let's see the floods. Let's make it easier. Floods kill livestock. How about that? Okay, so if you didn't know, in the Midwest, the floods are out of control right now. Not just in the Midwest, but in the whole world. Everywhere is flooding right now. And a lot of the livestock are being killed. So what that means is there's going to be less food. Alright, so this happened in Australia, America. This happening everywhere. Pretty much wherever you go, you're going to find animals dying. You're going to find livestock dying. Alright? And now, the fourth, hunger of the whole world and of its people. So now, you're going to get to a famine. That means a famine. Hunger of the whole world. And that hasn't happened yet because there's been famines in Argentina, Mexico, Africa, Australia, but never the whole world. So the scriptures say that it's going to be the whole world that's going to be a famine. Alright? And then the fifth, by destruction amongst its rulers. Alright? Now, destruction by earthquake and the sword. The sixth, multiplication of hail and snow. The seventh, the wild beasts will be their grave. The eighth, hunger and pestilence will alternate with their destruction. That means it's going to go back and forth. The ninth, punishment by the sword and flight and distress. The 10th, thundering voices and a destructive earthquake. Those aren't good plagues. And now I'm going to get into 2nd Esdras, the precept to this whole thing. Alright? Now let's keep going down. Let's see what else the Most High says. And then I will sound the trumpet out of the air, and I will send my elect one, having him all my power, one measure, and this one shall summon my despised people from the nations, and I will burn with fire who have insulted them and who have ruled among them in this age. So that means the people who are enslaving us, our oppressors, the Most High has got a special judgment for them. Special judgment. And these people don't get it. I was watching a movie yesterday called Left Behind, and it was a movie based on the rapture. So you got all these Edomites, you know, they're just, all you got to do is just believe in Jesus. Believe in Jesus and you'll be saved. They don't understand that they have to pay for their punishment. Like the same way we had to pay for our ancestors, and not just for ancestors, because we were, I used to do the same wickedness that our ancestors did. So, and the Most High already knew it. He already knew that we were going to do the same wickedness that our ancestors did. So that's why we can't complain about being put in slavery. I can't complain about this this age that we're in right now, because our ancestors were wicked and we deserved it. But they think that they're going to skip through their judgment and just say, "Oh, I believe in Jesus Christ," and boom, it's all over. Don't work that way. So listen what the Most High says. "And I will give those who have covered me with the mockery to the scorn of the coming age. And I have prepared them to be food for the fire of Hades, and for ceaseless flight to and fro through the air in the underworld beneath the earth. The body filled with worms, for on them shall they see righteousness of the Creator, those namely who have chosen to do my will, and those who have openly kept my commandments. And they shall rejoice with joy over the trumpet, over the trumpet that has blown." Alright? And then it says that the trumpet is blown to announce the divine intervention and the coming of salvation. So, in order for us to get out of this situation, we need divine intervention. We can't get out of this by ourselves. We are so low on the totem pole that we can't get out by ourselves. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they give us $1 million apiece. Our people are destroyed. The Most High destroyed us. He tells you that in Deuteronomy. He said these plagues are going to come upon you until you're destroyed. And he was not lying. The Most High don't lie. And we are destroyed. We are so destroyed that we can't come out of this on our own. We can't come out of it. But the rest of the world don't see it. For some reason, the rest of the world can't see it. They can't see how we are destroyed. And actually, they love it. They love that we're destroyed. So they're just going to let it keep rolling, So now let's get into 2nd Esdras. We're going to start at 15. Okay? "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction." So once again, you see that famine, death, and destruction. The Most High is not playing. Now go back to the Apocalypse of Abraham. The Most High is not playing. Now, if you come back here, he says the second the burning of cities, the third destruction of pestilence of animals, the fourth hunger of the whole world and of its people, the fifth by destruction and its rulers, destruction by earthquake and the sword. But the Most High is not playing with us. Alright? He's not playing with us. He's not playing with these heathens either. Alright? "For the wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled." That means these heathens have done so much wickedness. It's beyond us. We can't quite comprehend it. But the Most High comprehends it. He knows what they've done. We just know, okay, they put us in slavery. They gave us crack. They shoot us and kill us in the streets. But we don't understand that they actually working with the devil and putting witchcraft. They actually put AIDS in Africa, injected us with syphilis. They dropped boxes of guns off inside our neighborhoods, and they perform witchcraft over the guns, and the guns have demons attached to them. That's the level of wickedness where we at. But the regular human can't understand the level of wickedness that they have done, and the Most High is not playing with them or with us. Alright? "Therefore, saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. Just like in the days of Enoch, when the angels heard the crying of the earth and all the righteous people being slain, and all the innocent people being slain by the giants and the dragons and all the wicked creatures that was created by the fallen angels. That's happening right now. It's actually already happened. Those same creatures are on the planet right now. It's just that people are so blinded, you just can't see it. You can look on television, and you can see people's faces glitching. You can see reptilians on TV. You can see the hologram malfunctioning as they're talking. You see their whole face glitch, and you can see freaking reptilians. You can see the stars, and when I say the stars, it's very ironic that in the scriptures, when it mentions the stars, it's talking about these demons of these fallen angels. And now in this world that we live in, they say, oh, the stars of Hollywood. And you can see their eyes turn from regular eyes to reptilian eyes. Some of their eyes change. Now, how can you explain that? You can't. Well, I can explain it, but the average person can't. You can't explain the level of wickedness that's happening right now. Okay? Now, 9. And therefore, saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them, and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them not to dwell in the land of Egypt. Now, as you know, America is spiritual Egypt. If you get Revelations, where's it at? Revelations, where's it at? Real quick. If you get Revelations, what's that? Revelations chapter 11. Now I could just read it, but I don't like reading scriptures and not showing people what I'm reading, because it kind of throws you off. Revelations chapter 8, or we're gonna go 8, KJV. All right, here it is. Okay. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of this great city, which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. We all know that the Messiah wasn't crucified. He was hung on a tree. But you get what I'm saying here. This place that we live in, the great city, is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. Okay? But I will bring them with a mighty hand and stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that God shall bring upon it. So once again, the precept to this whole thing that I'm reading is on the Apocalypse of Abraham, which I just read you, about the plagues that the Most High is going to bring upon the heathens. Alright? Now, they that till the ground shall mourn, for their seeds shall fail through the blasting in hell, and with a fearful constellation. The Most High is not playing. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against the other, the swords in their hands. That's a race war. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able. That's martial law. And martial law goes into other things too. It's in the scriptures. If you look up the King Alfred plan, Rex 84, that fits perfectly into these scriptures that I'm reading you right here. Alright? For because of their pride the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods, because of the lack of bread. So once again, That's the famine, the lack of bread. And for great tribulation. The Most High is not playing with the heathens, and he's not playing with us. He's about to bring down a severe wrath upon the earth. And people just won't get it. Alright, now let's go down to 27. For now are the plagues come upon the whole earth, and ye shall remain in them. For God shall not deliver you, because ye have sinned against him. Behold, an horrible vision, and the appearance thereof from the east, where the nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots, and the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon the earth, that all they which hear them may fear and tremble. That's not that doesn't sound good. That doesn't sound good. Alright? Also, the Carmanians raging in wrath shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood, and with great power shall they come and join battle with them, and shall waste a portion of the land of the Syrians. And then shall the dragons have the upper hand, remembering their nature, and that they shall turn themselves, conspiring together in great power to persecute them. This right here is talking about the wicked serpents, those serpent seeds that they have out here. They have a army of Nephilim soldiers right now. A lot of people don't understand it, but they do. They have an army of Nephilim soldiers. Matter of fact, all you gotta do is Google it. Watch this. They got them right now. Watch this. Spelled it wrong, but it'll pop up. Check this out. Look at this video, or this is a picture right here. Look at this dude. Look at this guy right here. This is a soldier. Look at this big, huge guy right here, and look at these guys back here. That guy must be about 8 feet. Just see, let's see. The average man is what, 6 foot tall? This guy's like 3 feet or 4 feet taller than this guy. Alright? So, they're not playing, man. They got these soldiers already out here. They got them. The serpent seed is already here. They got them in wars. They got them in... and you're going to see a lot of this stuff when everything breaks down. And people are... And just like the scriptures say, you're going to have a freaking heart attack. You're not going to be able to stand or to withstand the fear that your heart is going to go through, and people are going to die and have heart attacks, just like the scriptures say. Your heart's going to fail, and you're going to have a heart attack and die, because you're going to be so scared of the stuff you see. So everyone needs to start preparing themselves, man. And the best way to prepare yourself is get into the scriptures. Come back to the Most High, people. Come back, because if you don't, you're dead. You're dead, man. And nobody's saved. I'm not saved. We got all those people saying, "Oh, I got saved. I got saved." You're not saved, man. You're not saved. All right. Now let's get down to 49. 49, real quick. I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood, poverty, famine, sword, and pestilence, to waste thy houses with destruction and death. So, we've seen famine many times already in this chapter. We've seen famine what? 5 times already in this chapter. And pestilence, and destruction, and sword. Alright? And just like the plague said in the Apocalypse of Abraham. Alright? Now, I'm going to get to this New World Order book real quick. This is the book right here. It's a good book to get. Now remember, this book is not scriptural. This is just a book showing what the heathens plan to do. And the Bible already said it. So the Most High already predicted what they're going to do, and now they're just putting it in the book saying, this is what they're going to do. It's amazing. Now let's get to this part of the introduction. We're going to go the New World Order. Let me see where we at here. Introduction. Here it is. So let's start here. Okay, start here. So the people of the world can now determine what those changes are that those in the positions of implementing changes have in store for them. In summary, then, these changes are: the old world is coming to an end. It will be replaced with a new way of doing things. The new world order. This new structuring will redistribute property from the have nations and will give it to the have not nations. The new world order will include changes in the family. Homosexual marriages will be legalized. Parents will not be allowed to raise their children. The state will. All women will be employed by the state and not allowed to be homemakers. Divorce will become exceedingly easy and monogamous. And monogamous marriage will be slowly phased out the workplace. That's happening right now. That's already happening. This book was written in 1969. The government will become the owner of all the factors of production. The private ownership of property will be outlawed. Religion will be outlawed, and believers will be either eliminated or imprisoned. There will be a new religion, the worship of man and his mind. All will believe in the new religion. So they're not playing with this stuff. This is actually what they're saying. Now watch this. Watch this though. Now as you go down to, where does it say? The Communist Party. Okay, the Communist Party. The Communist Party is actively supporting the changes to the New World Order. The basic tenets of Christianity, which were based for the Old World Order, will have to be eliminated. First of all, we all know Christianity is wicked. If the slower, methodical techniques of change do not function, violence will be introduced and controlled by the planners. Violence will be introduced. What's that? Pestilence, the sword. The people of the world will give up their freedom to the controllers because there will be a planned famine. You see that? That's what the scripture said. So the Most High already predicted what they're going to do. He already knows what's going to happen. And these devils have to tell us what they're doing. The Most High makes them tell us what they're doing. It's just that the average person don't listen because they're too busy being entertained by sports and basketball and the Grammys and the nominees and football and these reality TV shows and who's got this clothes on, who got that clothes on, what new rapper said this, what new rapper got shot. Everyone's gone and lost. Alright? Because there will be a planned famine or some other serious occurrence such as a depression or a war. Okay, we already know that's happening. The change to the New World Order is coming shortly, perhaps beginning after 1989. However, if that is not the year, it will be introduced one step at a time so that the entire structure will be in place by the year 1999. That didn't happen, but we see it's happening right now. Alright? So I'm going to end it at that. You know, if you like the video, like it, subscribe, you know. If you like it, like it. If you don't like it, don't like it. You know, but I'm just trying to bring, I'm just trying to bring stuff out here, you know. So I use 4 books actually. I use the Apocrypha, I use the Pseudepigrapha, I use the New World Order, and I use the regular King James Version Bible. Alright? Once again, all praises to the Most High. And I hope that you guys get something from it. You know, if you can, go store some food. If you got an extra $20, go buy 20 cans of food. You know, that's what you got to do. That's what you got to do, because just like a woman in travail, a woman that's in birth pains, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. There's no way around it. All right. All praise to the Most High. Shalom.